So, the insanely long intro was because I am talking about my favorite songs today off the top of my head because like I said yesterday, I have a favorites note thing. You know how they have notes on the they have notes on the Apple products. They have that note thing where you can write notes and stuff. So I have like a favorites list. I have my favorite movies in there, and I also have my favorite songs, my favorite TV shows. I should know them off the top of my head, but most of the time, when you try to talk about something, all of a sudden everything that you know just leaves your head, like when you're put on the spot. So I'm going to try and remember most of them. I think I will be able to remember most of them, but the insanely long intro, the song that I was playing was called Love and Drugs by The Maine. Most of the songs that I'm going to be talking about today are either from The Maine or Twin Atlantic, because those are my two favorite bands of all time. My genre really doesn't. There is no genre really. I go as far as like 80s, like 60s, 70s, 80s rock. A little mixture of that. I like dubstep, surprisingly. I really like, I think alternative and sort of like hard rock and stuff. Anything with like guitars is really something that I enjoy. So like an alternative vibe or like rock or like something that sounds like The Maine or Twin Atlantic or any kind of band around that kind of sounding is something that I really like to listen to. So like some of my favorite bands, Twin Atlantic, The Maine, let's see, Of Mice and Men, Two Door Cinema Club. I love them, surprisingly. Let's see, what else falls in my genre? I like the Beatles, of course. The Beatles are like my top. Pink Floyd. Those are some of my favorite bands of all their times. AC/DC, Rolling Stones, The Who. Let's see, what else? What else is there? They just left my mind. Whoops. Let's see. Let's do some thinking here. I also do like Alex Day. I have his CD, Epic Rhymes and Interludes, if you've watched my main channel. I do have his CD, and I do like his music. I like Game Boy sounding music, so that kind of like game sound. I like that kind of music too. I mean, I don't limit myself. The only thing that I don't really care for is kind of like country, like some country and like some rap. I don't really care for, but other than that, I mean, I really I like Daft Punk. Daft Punk is one of my tops. But let's talk about my favorite songs instead of talking about some of the bands I know and listen to and love. But let's see here. Favorite song, like, of all time that I know that I can listen to whenever I really, really want to is Human After All, not by Daft Punk, but by Twin Atlantic. See, the funny thing is, I discovered Twin Atlantic by trying to look up Human After All by Daft Punk. I was, like, looking for them for the longest time, and then I saw this other band known as Twin Atlantic doing a song called Human After All. I thought it was, like, a cover of Daft Punk, but then when I listened to it and I watched the video, I was just like, whoa. These guys are Scottish, and these guys are fucking awesome. So, Human After All by Twin Atlantic is my top favorite song of all time. I don't know why it is, I don't know how it is, but I can listen to that song and I will not skip over it no matter what I want to do. Let's see. You're Amazing Lying Lion Lion is another one of my faves by Twin Atlantic. That's another one that I really enjoy. Another song that I don't repeat ever, or I mean not repeat, but I don't skip over ever, is Happy by The Maine, which is another song. I think that was one of the songs that I found by them. I didn't actually I didn't actually intend to find them, but that was the first song that I ever listened to of them. So it was kind of like with Twin Atlantic, it was like I found another band and I listened to their first song and I just fell in love with that song. So, I mean, I like a lot of the main song. I like Run's a good one. I can play I can play Love and Drugs, Into Your Arms, Happy, of course. Let's see, Blood Red. That's another one of my favorites. Like I explained the other day, that's another one of my favorites. I can play that on the ukulele. I can play all those songs on the ukulele. I can play I Must Be Dreaming. I like the acoustic version of I Must Be Dreaming more than I like the actual song, which is interesting because I don't really like acoustic as much because it doesn't have that same like heavy rock sound that I do love. But let's see. Other songs that I like, Misery by The Maine. I like a lot of the Maine songs. Those are like my top faves. Heart and Soul by Twin Atlantic is another top of mine. They just released that song a while back, so I mean, but I really enjoy that song. Let's see if I can think of anything else. Second and Sebring has been a top fave of mine for the longest time. By of Mice and Men, that was one of my tops. I really loved and enjoyed that song. Let's see, Don't Look Back by Alex Day, which I can play on the ukulele, is a top fave of mine. Let's see. What else can I think of that I like to listen to a lot? I have like a select faves playlist of songs that I really like to listen to. What's it called? No Way Down by the Shins is a great song, and I really enjoy that song. I don't necessarily skip over that song really ever. It's like one of my top favorites. My top favorites are usually the ones that I will never skip over. So that's like Happy and Human After All by Twin Atlantic, and No Way Down by the Shins. Those are like the songs that I don't ever really skip over. I don't think I've ever skipped over them. Like, literally never skipped over them. Never gotten tired of them. Like, I can listen to them anytime when I really want to. And I think that's the problem with songs, is you kind of like love them for the longest time, and then you kind of get tired of them, and you can feel yourself like losing that same vibe that you felt in the very beginning when you really enjoy a song, and then all of a sudden you're just like, ooh, I don't really like that song anymore, and then you stop listening to it. Those like 3 songs, I think there are more that I can listen to. I think Blood Red is one of the ones that I can listen to, and I don't feel like I ever want to stop listening to it. But that might change, but for now, I've never skipped over Blood Red. Eagles and Drag, Pretty Girl Monster is another top of mine. I really enjoy that song. I didn't expect to enjoy that song, because I mean, when I first listened to it, I didn't really feel anything for it, but now I love that song. But my top 3 definitely are Human After All, Happy, and No Way Down. Those are my top. And No Way Down, I discovered that through The Amazing Spider-Man. And I think that's why I have that feeling that I do with that song, is because I really enjoy The Amazing Spider-Man, so I really enjoyed that song when I first looked it up after seeing the movie. So, man, I really like those songs. And I can play 1 out of the 3 on ukulele, as you can tell. My favorite of the 3 is definitely Happy, because I tried to play this on the ukulele. I'm still trying to figure out how to play Human After All. I think it's going to be hard to play on ukulele, and also trying to figure out how to play No Way Down, and that's also going to be a challenge because there's so much going on in both of those songs with instruments, so I can't really find the chords that you do have to play. So, those are my favorite songs. Hope you enjoyed me rambling on about my favorite songs. If you haven't seen me ramble about my favorite movies, that was yesterday. So enjoy that lovely rambling on about those 2 things. I don't know if I'm going to do favorite TV shows tomorrow, possibly. I think I talked about fandoms already. I think that might have covered that, but might as well talk about my favorite TV shows. Possibly. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to do that, because I mean, I'm limited, and I mean, there's so many episodes as well, so I might just talk about some of my favorite episodes from my favorite TV shows. I mean, that could be fun. But, yeah, so that concludes today's video. Hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.